Good afternoon, Ozark Electric Cooperative. Welcome to March. I think I'm going to be pretty brief on my update this month. I think the most pressing thing I wanted to talk to you about was, there at the end of February, our voluntary conservative energy alert that we asked you guys to help us with, because our power generator associated with sending out to the G&Ts and the 50-some co-ops represented in Missouri, Iowa, and Oklahoma, that they needed help making sure that reliability through that span, especially on that Thursday, the 20th, was going to be safe. And so we sent out that alert to you. We thank so many of you for pitching in and helping us with that. It was neat to see on Facebook, folks dropping their thermostat, other things that they were trying to do. They were doing showers and laundry and other things the evening before to help out with that. It helped. They didn't set a new peak. Our power provider didn't set a new peak. We didn't set a new peak. Our previous peak was back in December of 22. If you'll remember Winter Storm Elliott, our system peaked at 169 megawatts. This event only brought us up to just below 154. So that's fantastic that happened. If you'll remember back to Uri and Elliott and previous times that we've done this, and I would say it with this as well, whenever we send out those alerts, man, if you have medical needs, safety needs, if you're elderly, if you're home with young children, don't participate. Somebody else will stand in the gap and help out for the effort that is going on during that time. The primary word there is it's voluntary. If you are capable of it and able to do that, then join us. And so I thank you all for doing that. I know that our power provider, KMO, appreciates it, and ultimately our power generator associated thanks you as well. One of the other things that, when we go through those cold spells, I frequently get asked, from parts of my family, members, friends that I have, they ask me, how did solar do during that event? And it kind of set in that evening of Saturday, Sunday, ran through Thursday, and those are the times when solar customers, our members, are using our product because theirs is covered with snow, or it's cloudy and they're not able to produce. And so that was one of those times. And so we were delivering over 200,000 kilowatt hours during that span of time, and they actually sent back to us 7,600. So when you see the snippet of that, and then when I see the comments on Facebook and I run into folks, and during those cold spells, folks are really relying on us to not go out and to continue to deliver electricity. Those are some of the times when the volatility of being dependent on renewables is not the answer or position that Ozark Electric should take to make sure that 24/7 that happens. There's a lot of balancing that takes place on the grid that travels through Missouri during those times regardless. And so if you want to even enhance that volatility further and the risk further, go all in on solar or wind or something that's intermittent. And so that's why our position at Ozark Electric and through Associated and throughout the energy world is to not be all transition to something that's renewable, something that's intermittent. You have to be able to use it when it's available. And that's not always the case, as this last storm that went through showed us. When we were really needing solar that's on our system to help out and not be a consumer and use our product during that time, that's when they came. And in a lot of those, they were creating a brand new demand number, drawing down power to make sure that they were at 100%. And so we have to watch where the emphasis of renewables is. It can help supplement energy, but I just don't see it being the smart thing for Ozark Electric to do, which we don't get into that into that arena anyway. We have generators that are across, that take care of us through Associated and then transmit through KMO. And so we're not going to be making those kinds of investments because the reliability is not there to the point of what we can get with what we do with baseload generation that we currently rely on. And so as special interest groups throughout Missouri, throughout Southwest Missouri, continue to try to move us to go further and further into making that commitment, I live it real time when we're trying to figure out how's the best way to continue to get our product of electricity to your homes and deliver it, solidly when we can. And like I said, we go into a conservation effort with using the resources that we currently have. That's how close the United States, a country that has brownouts, blackouts throughout the country, I kind of take that to mean they're not in the best energy position that they could be in. Okay, so we're really excited over the next 4 years that American energy can be released and that we can start to see that improve our lives, have facilities be built. I would like for it to be done at record speed. It's going to come at a cost because every new facility that goes in isn't being built for free, and they're more and more expensive every one that you do. And so I think the most important thing is to make sure that we have enough available that we don't issue conservation efforts. And investment in doing that from our G&Ts is going to be what will help Southwest Missouri, the region, and the United States in doing that. One of the other things that I want to close with is, okay, March is kind of March can get our hopes up here at Ozark Electric, or it can dash them. Meaning either spring storms can come in early, that we expect in April, or they can stay away. We currently, as I film this, we're still in those 60s, and we just had 70 degrees yesterday. Will that hold into March? We don't know. So what March represents to us at Ozark Electric is a transition month where we load up and we transition and we move into being mobile and deploy into the projects that you would have us start to do for you, for new lines, new builds that we're having for you. And then we're also looking at what we can do to continually upgrade infrastructure that's been on this system for almost, we've been around for almost 90 years now. And so trying to make sure that we're progressively changing some of that out, improving it so that in storm events that come, lines aren't breaking, trying to make sure that our right-of-way tree trimming program and get that going so that we can hit the ground running when summer is truly in, and we can keep that vegetation back from the lines so it doesn't interrupt our power deliveries to your home. So that's what kind of March represents to us. So we'll be busy. We'll play. Honestly, it's day to day with March generally, and so that's what we'll do. The guys will strike out of here and get going if the weather permits for them to do the projects that we'd like to. Right now it's kind of going to need to dry up a little bit before we can get off in the fields and do the construction that we would like to do. Otherwise we're prioritizing jobs that we can build or construct from roads, either chip and seal or paved or likewise, so that we can continue to stay busy and working. And then when it dries up, then we'll go after work orders and things that get us off in the right of way in the private, which is a lot of our construction. Okay, so have a fantastic March, and I'll talk to you in April. Bye.